Jayne McCann here, professional organizer and clutter coach. So recently someone wrote to me and she asked a question that I think is worth answering for everyone. She said, how can I make clutter clearing less emotionally painful? And the truth is, if we didn't have emotions, we wouldn't have clutter. So clutter clearing is always going to be filled with emotional experiences. Now, this particular person said that she loves the results she gets when she's able to push past the resistance and move forward even though she knows it's going to be uncomfortable. What she really wanted was help in making that happen more often. So I threw a question right back at her, and this was meant to sort of break down the initial resistance. And I think you can ask yourself this anytime you're about to embark on a project or pick up where you left off. And this is a pretty loaded question, but I think it's a really powerful one. Would you rather brave the temporary emotional turbulence that comes with freeing yourself from all the clutter in your life, or would you prefer to permanently allow clutter to drive the direction of your life? So here you're making a choice, and we all have the power to decide how we are going to answer this. But if we don't choose the former and say that we're willing to put up with that emotional turbulence, we are effectively ceding control to our emotions, and we're allowing them to drive our decisions. So naturally, she answered with the former, and she said, yeah, I'm willing to put up with that emotional turbulence, but I want to know how to make it easier. I said, I got the fix for you right here. We so often forget that we actually have control over how we respond to what we're feeling. Now, I know in the moment sometimes it doesn't feel that way. That fear comes up and we want to avoid it at all costs. Or that guilt comes up and we, hang our head down in shame and feel like we're doing something bad. But what if instead of associating those feelings with those negative thoughts, what if instead you started associating growth, that you were about to have a moment of personal growth? Let me give you an example from my own life. So when I am feeling fear, which is more often than I would like to admit, instead of shrinking away from it and trying to avoid it, I feel it. I feel that same feeling. But instead of thinking that it is something to be avoided, I think of it as a sign that I'm about to expand my comfort zone, that I'm about to try something new, that I'm about to experience some personal growth in some way. I don't know what the outcome will be, but I know that I'm going to grow. And that makes dealing with the fear so much easier. Now, somebody was responding to another video that I had done, and she was asking about guilt. She said guilt is the thing that is stopping her. And I've done a lot of videos about guilt and how we can turn guilt around. But this was specific to her. She said, I feel like I'm really doing a disservice to other people when I let go of stuff that they have given me or that I know is perfectly useful. And I want to know how to manage that feeling. And I said, what if instead of thinking you were doing something dishonorable, what if you saw the guilt as a sign that you were about to honor your own preferences? So she still feels the guilt, but instead of thinking she's doing something bad now, she's doing something for herself. Now, I know all of this sounds a little wonky because we're pre-programmed with how we should be responding to these emotionals. Fear is bad, guilt is bad, but they don't have to be. They can signal something different if we choose to assign new meaning to it. And that's really the point that I'm making here, is that if we can learn to manage our emotions even a little bit, we're going to find taking action so much easier, and we're going to be able to make more progress in less time. And I will tell you that woman that wrote about guilt, she wrote back and she said, this has been really a big deal for me because now I see guilt as a sign that I'm about to take care of myself. And I was like blown away by that because she only tried it, and I think it was like a week or two in between our correspondence. I was like, wow, you are really making this work for you. And that's why I'm sharing it here, because it has been really powerful for me. And now I know that it works for other people. So I want to encourage you to try it. Tell me what you think. Would this work for you? Or do you think that this is just way too wonky? Let me know what you think. Would love to hear from you, whether it's positive feedback and yeah, it works, or you just think it's crazy. Now, if you are someone that is on your decluttering journey and you would like some more support, then I encourage you to pop on over to Facebook and find the Clear Your Clutter, find your happy group. That is a group of people from all over the world and at all points in the clutter clearing journey, but they are cheering each other on. They are giving major support to one another. The advice in there blows me away. These people are so incredibly thoughtful. So Clear Your Clutter, find your happy. If you click the join button, I will be thrilled to let you in.